on my page, like I've been going through like a dark stage for 2 years. But even then, like people like, what the hell you mean like a dark stage? And like from just converting over from who I was to who I'm becoming, that shit was a dark stage because shit was different and it was different fast. And then you got people calling you every day and you got comments on the internet saying you're gonna get a Rico and you like I don't even think people know how serious that is.
No, I don't think they do.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't nothing to play with. That shit ain't nothing to,
right.
Like that shit serious, especially when you the man of the family.
Right.
Like you the only one, and then like you gotta face that and still be happy, still take care of the kids, still like, but that shit'll really drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's harder for me to like, it was hard for me to like put on headphones. And I had the real deal for a year straight, just break myself in rapping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't care if I gotta make a song today. Gotta make 2-3 songs today just to like break myself down there like hustling. If I f my money up, I gotta stay down.
Wow. You know, it's crazy, bro, because people look at artists and rappers and different things like that and they automatically think that they just have it easy, right? Where they just live this reality where everything is just peaceful. Even with content creators, right? And you know, entrepreneurs, they think this shit is just easy. It's not. And when he said going through a dark place in your life, going through a dark tunnel, that shit is so real because it's something in us that wants to help, right? That wants to, you know, give. And in order for us to give and, you know, help on our deepest levels and what we feel is capable, we really have to look at ourselves and we have to make sacrifices that isn't always cohesive to the things around us. And it fucks us up, right? You know, he even said, I saw another clip where he was talking about, you know, losing friends, you know, and just cutting people off. You know, you want to talk to people, you know, you want to do certain things, but your sacrifices is causing you to have to do certain things, right? And it puts a lot of pressure on your heart, right? Because you don't really want to, you know, I'm not going to say go against the grain, but make decisions where you know these people aren't gonna like it, but you have to do it. And then especially once you do anything where you are receptive to any type of criticism or outside opinion, people get on the internet and start popping it. You know, they don't really know you, they don't know anything about you, they don't know anything, but they have the entitlement and the courage within them to pop it, you know, to talk their shit, in other words. You know, to each his own, but you don't really know the person behind that camera, you know. The person who you are downing could really be going through something, right? And they need some encouragement. Or on the vice versa, you know, that dude could really be up trying to help you and you just don't know. It's like, it's always, you know, the internet is so iffy and, you know, I guess you can say it's balanced, right? Because it's open to everybody, which is the wonderful part about the internet, right? Anybody's on here, right? You can run into a troll, you can run into a nerd, you can run into, you know, the most loving person on the planet. You kind of just got to take it with a grain of salt. But when you're in a position to where you got to provide or you got to make something happen or you got to really apply your hustle, apply your dedication, yeah, you got to learn how to develop like a sense of mental discipline, right? Because that's really all it is. That's really all it comes down to, is that mental discipline. You know, there's always going to be people outside of you trying to throw you off course. There's always going to be, you know, insecurities and self-limiting beliefs that's trying to pivot you somewhere else, right? But that mental discipline is what's going to allow you to be able to sit up in that studio and make those 2-3 songs a day. And mental discipline is what's going to be able for you to crank out these videos while also having other things going on, going to school, doing businesses, work, whatever you guys have going on, family, relationship. All of that stuff is normal things of life. You guys have to play the cards that we've been dealt, right? That mental discipline, it's going to take a minute, right, to develop it. And the only reason I say it's going to take a minute to develop it is because all of it is coming from your emotional standpoint, right? If you're not emotionally secure, right, you don't have no emotional intelligence, you can't identify when you're just anxious, worried, fearful, whatever the case may be, versus when you're confident, you know, you're very, very uplifted, etc. Dog, it's gonna be very hard for you to do anything, right? Because that emotional standpoint it can create like a clouded vision, right? You aren't supposed to turn off your emotions because it's usually what helps you like tell you what's for you, right? Your emotions usually don't lie to you. But what you shouldn't be doing is making blind decisions solely based upon your emotions, right? You gotta have some type of mental fortitude, and that's gonna allow you to push through, right? And then you kind of start having a little bit more peace and calmness with, you know, your process. Emotions are always going to be there. People's always going to be there. Adversities, everything that we're going through is always going to be there. But we just got to toughen up here, right? And I know that's probably just a very masculine way of putting things, but hey, I feel like it is what it is. Our emotions will always be there, you know, but we got to learn how to control our mind, right? Our emotions are powerful, but so is our mind. We can think through a lot of situations, and the sacrifices that come with it, some of them you're going to have to turn them emotions up. But with that being said, I love y'all, man. Take care of your mind.